whoa, what is going on here? Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. The stock market is pummeling downward. Yes, the stock market's going down, and guess what else is going down? The US dollar. It's at a 3-year low and heading further down. That's right, Donald Trump has the economy plummeting. What's he going to do about it? He has no idea. But welcome to the Dre Way. We're going to talk about it. Let's get started. Let's go. Hey, welcome to the Dre Way. You are at the right show at the right time because we are going to be talking about business, and business. Business that is being made more difficult to do because Donald Trump has no idea what he's doing. Yay! Because the dollar is in free fall. Why? Because once again, Donald Trump is talking about being unstable. Yeah, talking about getting rid of Jerome Powell. Yeah, that's not a good thing, Mr. Trump. That's going to only make the markets more petrified than they already are. Yeah, you're a loose cannon, and that is not good for investment. And especially when you're in charge of the largest market in the world and you're acting like an idiot, yeah, it's not good for business. And that's why the dollar is an absolute free fall. Yeah, that's not good. In fact, that's really, really bad. And the stock market, the last I checked today, it was down over 500 points. It's dropping like a stone. But that's what I wanted to talk to you about because so many of you yesterday were asking me about Stash, and I use Stash. If you want to invest, if you want it made easy for you, step by step, start with Stash. If you need a link, the link is going to be in my description or at the end of this, or you can just give me a message saying, hey, Drayton, give me the link, and I'll be more than happy to send you the link to Stash. And by me sending you the link, Stash is going to actually give you dollars to start investing with. Yeah, so just say, hey, Drayton, hit me with the link. I'll send you the link and get started with Stash because we're going to be talking a lot about investing because if you can sense my excitement, my excitement comes from this is where you make money in the market, and I know it's hard. It's hard when you see something going down, but that's the time to start looking for value. That's the time to start looking at great companies that are taking it on the chin and their stock is going down, but that just means it's on sale. That's all it means. Because the thing I want you to remember is we've all seen the stock market go down. We've all seen it, right? But what happens every single time the stock market has ever gone down? It ends up reaching new highs, doesn't it? It does. Now, because the clown show that is the Donald Trump show right now, it won't last forever. It won't. He's old and he's going to leave sooner or later, no matter what. So that clown show is going to go away. And sooner or later, business is going to get back to business. And those companies, if you select quality companies, those companies will go, So right now, I understand you being scared. Right now, I understand you, but look at it as an opportunity. Look at it as an opportunity to buy things on sale because that's the only way I can look at it. When I see stocks like, oil stocks, like when I see Exxon, when Exxon goes below $100 a share, boop, boop, boop. I mean, that's exciting. When I see the Wynn in the 50s or 60s, yeah, that's the Wynn Hotels. I like that stock. And what's going to happen to a lot of oil stocks right now, a lot of oil stocks are going to take it on the chin. But I want you to remember this about oil. The things that we make out of oil aren't going anywhere. from pharmaceuticals to surgical to you name it. Just about everything we use today is made from oil. So oil's not going anywhere. So anytime you can pick up oil stocks at a discount, you're going to be glad you did. Now, I understand the market is down today. What do I expect over the next few weeks? I expect a lot of the same, unless Trump figures out very quickly how to back out of this whole China mess. Because the China mess is only going to get worse. And when I say the China mess is, we can't afford the tariffs. We can't afford to let this continue, because jobs will start to go quickly. And I mean quickly. I think what happened the other day, 800 jobs, paper mill at Chillicothe, Ohio. That mill, 800 jobs gone like that. And you'll start to see that around the country over the next few weeks if Donald Trump doesn't get us out of this spiral, because this is no good for anybody. And what you're going to see over the next few weeks is a lot of companies just going, yeah, we're done. We can't keep doing business. We got to shut the doors. And that, unfortunately, I think it's going to take that for this administration to be like, what we have done has been horrible and has done nothing but make life miserable for hundreds of thousands of people in America, because already there are people suffering across the country. There are people that are used to getting benefits and things from the federal government that are not available anymore. And that is what has happened with this administration. Just one thing after another, after another, after another. But what we're going to try to focus on this show is, we're going to try to focus on the things that we can control, okay? And what we can control is what we can do with our own money, where we look for opportunity. Because in this chaos, that's what the smart people will be doing. They'll be looking for opportunity. And my suggestion to you is to even, some of you are out there, I don't have $10,000 to invest. I don't have $5,000. It doesn't start with that. It starts with $100. It starts with $50. It starts with $200. It starts with what you can afford. And you start with something and you build on it. Especially with the market continuing to go down and you buying at discount and sales. When the market goes back up, you're going to just be like, wow, I can't believe I only put in this much and now it's worth this much. It's the whole purpose behind investing. And if you can do it now, if you can bring yourself to do it now, think about how much further ahead you're going to be into the future. Like I tell everyone that will listen, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I put as much into the market as I could, because I knew that every $100 I put in 30 years was worth 2,000. And that's what you got to think about. Every 100 I put in 30 years from now is 2,000. And for everyone that thinks 30 years is a long time ago, yeah, like I said yesterday, 1995. 1995 was 30 years ago. Unbelievable. But anyway, thanks for joining me on the Dre Way. We got a lot to talk about. Don't go anywhere. More to come. Stay right with me. Hey, welcome back. We got to talk about Pete Hegseth. Yeah, the guy running the Pentagon, the guy that with everyone doing the leaking and him doing the leaking and him talking about battle plans and everything to his wife, his girlfriend, his sister's brother, his aunt, his cousin, whatever the case was, he needs to step down today. Yeah, Pete Hegseth should be gone today. And everyone knows it. And why it isn't news already this morning, I have no idea. But he should be gone today. There is no reason for Pete Hegseth and the fact that he's putting this country at risk, why he should be in charge of the Pentagon. Yeah, this was a bad idea from the very beginning. This was a terrible idea. And this goes to Donald Trump's leadership and how piss poor it really is. I pick only the brightest people. I pick only the best. You pick the absolute worst, Donald Trump. You pick the absolute worst people that you could possibly pick because they have no experience. They don't know what they're doing. Pete Hegseth has to be removed today. There is no excuse for him not to be gone. I have a feeling that the news is going to catch what Pete Hegseth has been doing for the last few weeks, and I hope they realize he has been a complete and total disaster. So, after 7-8 weeks of this nonsense, can we end it, please? Please, can we end this and have the man step down and just go away? Because in times like these, we need competent people. We need people that actually know what they're doing. And Pete Hegseth is on Signal with family members discussing military things in the open. And I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. And it needs to end immediately. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I have no patience for this whatsoever. Absolutely none. And when this is just one segment of the administration. We're not even talking about JFK. JFK, who is over here doing his own mess, and this just goes to being incompetent. This goes to a White House that isn't focused. This White House is now having to put out forest fires, but it's the fires they started. They started these fires. And you started the fires when you put people in place that don't belong there, that don't have experience. And this is what happens. So here you've put together an economic policy nobody agrees with. Nobody. There is nobody on the planet that thinks this whole huge tariff thing, blanket tariffs on everybody and all this other nonsense, nobody thinks this is a good idea. And it's affecting everyone. And it's time just to stop. Trump, I hate to break it to you, but if you just got out of the way, if you literally just stopped doing stuff and went and played golf, everything would be better. But because you want to play, you have a God complex and want to pretend like you know what you're doing, you're actually making things worse. Just keep your mouth shut and go play golf. Let me know what you think. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. Summertime is just around the corner, and with summertime around the corner, I feel it's my obligation to let you guys know to protect yourself from the sun. And I want you guys to remember that this show is sponsored by UluRx, ULURX.com. And Mel with UluRx does a fantastic job at keeping me supplied with the things I need to protect my skin and to make my skin look better than ever before. Because, folks, I'll be honest, I've had skin cancer 3 times. I've been had surgery 5 times, and gone through chemo 3 times. So I have scars and stitches all over my face, including this scar all the way down the side. So the face you see right now is in a lot better shape than what it used to be, and that's because of UluRx. I use a copper peptide. If you haven't used a copper peptide made for you, I strongly suggest you do that. If you don't use a sun protection, you should. All of that can be provided by UluRx. And like I said before, I take the NMN. I'll take the NMN for the rest of my life. I feel fantastic on it. And it's available by prescription right there at UluRx. So check out UluRx, and I'm telling you right now, it's the protection you need for summer, because you don't want to go through surgeries like I have over and over and over again. And that's why I protect my head, because right now, these spots right here, I'm getting treatment on those spots as we speak. So I keep my head protected because like the doctor said, you can't always see what's going on the top of your head. So I protect the top of my head, and I want you to use protection this summer too. You don't want to get any severe damage from the sun. Take it from someone that's had many, many stitches to the face. You don't want the same thing. But check out the people over at Ulu RX. Check out Mel. Mel is absolutely fantastic, and she'll take good care of you. Also, what I talked about in the first half of the show, first part of the show, for those of you, a lot of you did. A lot of you sent me a request for a link. Yeah, just send me a message. Say, Drayton, please send me the link for Stash. When I send you the link and you join Stash, Stash is going to actually add money to your account when you start on the account. So this is the time, folks. This is the time. I know it's a little scary. I know Donald Trump is scary, but opportunity is upon us. As the market goes down, great companies are at a discounted price, and that's where we have a chance to really do some good. So if you want to start your Stash account, simply send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help and send you the link. Have a great day, everybody. As you can see here, right behind me, it's a gorgeous day here in Vegas, and I'm going to go spend some time with the family. My son still has today off, and my mom and sister want to go shopping. So we're going to have some fun. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I want you to join me each and every day. There's a new show every day. So stop by, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you right here on the Dre Way each and every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.